a special edition of Man Cave News. It is a lovely spring day in the year 1618, and word had just got out that two Catholic officials have been pushed right out the window by Bohemian Protestants. Right into a pile of dung. How crazy is that? Anyway, the reason why these Catholics were pushed out the window is because they were disrupting Protestant meetings. However, there is a more in-depth reason why this becomes such a big event. This is because it is the beginning of the 30 Years' War that will last for the next 30 years. Anyway, Protestants are very upset that they're not getting religious tolerance, and so that they believe that this war will help them do so, but it doesn't really, Anyway, we have first-rate coverage, so take a look.
Oh no, dung!
Oh no! Dung! Well, wasn't that defenestration just crazy? Anywho, over to our interviewer, Alyssa Dotsman, all the way in the Americas with a very special guest. Over to you, Alyssa.
Thanks, Rachel. I'm here live with the one and the only Christopher Columbus. How are you doing today, Christopher?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
That's great. Now, Christopher, I understand that your first intentions were to sail to India, I believe. Now, you ended up in this unexplored area of the American colonies. Now,
Yes.
that was unplanned, correct?
That was unplanned.
Okay. And now, when Ferdinand and Isabella gave you the opportunity to sail using the Nina, the Pinta, the Santa Maria, was this exciting? Was it?
It was the best thing ever. It was a great opportunity, thank you.
Good. Now I also see here that there's many different vegetables that the Europeans are not used to seeing. Now this, what is this right here?
Okay, well this is a tomato. We also found potatoes. They are from the Americas, and we hope to bring it over to Europe.
Bring it over
Try
to Europe.
it. It's great.
Now,
Yeah!
scrumptious. Now bringing it over to Europe, would you call this some sort of, I don't know, exchange?
Oh my God! The Columbian Exchange!
The Columbian Exchange!
Yeah!
Wow, Christopher! That is really magnificent. You know, I'm going to keep you posted. If you could send letters maybe over, because we don't have the other technology in the year 1492
Of course.
to communicate with you, but letters would be great keeping us posted with the progress over here in the colonies. Really, this has been a great pleasure.
Thank
Christopher,
you.
thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Back to you, Rachel.
Well, I am a fan of the Columbian Exchange. Now, over to our on-scene reporter, Shayna Daniel, with a very pressing issue.
Thanks, Rachel. Now, I've just entered the city of Italy where many civilians have been struck by the Black Death. What is the cause? Rats. Now, these little pesky creatures have killed over 1/3 of the population. Now, Italian delegates have been passing laws which are now very strict. In result, the Black Death has caused the economy to extremely inflate. Now, as you can see here, we have two Black Death victims who have
Bobos. Red, hot, oozing Bobos. Now, excuse me. Miss, how do you feel?
I feel like the world's ending and the worst I've ever felt in my life.
I know how I feel.
Now, what is going on with your throat? Are you bleeding? Oh my gosh. Now,
Dead than go through this.
I'm sorry. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Now, back to this. A fun fact for all of you is, Ring Around the Rosie. That song? Yeah, well that represents the Black Death. Back to the desk.
Well, am I glad that I don't have that plague. What's this? Sharkeisha, what? We have Martin Luther, the one, the only Martin Luther? All right, better take it over.
Luther. It's October 31st, 1517, and I'm here to tell you what's up. I've just written the 95 Theses. I'm here in front of the Castle Church of Wittenberg, where I just hung out the 95 Theses on the door to the building. For those of you who don't know what the 95 Theses is, it's a document that rejects the validity of indulgences. I'm arguing that indulgences go against the original intention of confession and penance. It is total chaos out here. I've started commoners and priests to go crazy. Pandemonium is in the air. I'm telling you, it's in the air. Ah! Back to you, Rachel.
Oh, we're on the air! I really love Martin Luther's all right after that tough fall. Now, over to our other field reporter, Rebecca Daly, with a crazy story about the terror in France.
Thanks, Rachel. On this morning of April in 1794, in France, the Reign of Terror has finally ended. After a long 9 months of beheading of anywhere from 4,000 to 16,000 people, there is finally some peace throughout the country. You're probably all wondering why some people were being executed in such a short period of time. Well, Robespierre believed that people who had any thought against the government weren't dying fast enough, thus the coming of the Law 22 Prairial. This allowed for executions by guillotine without a trial. Eventually, the people realized that what Robespierre was doing was wrong. After hearing that the people of France wanted him dead, Robespierre fled the country with friends and eventually was executed. This terminated the terror in France. Now, let's take a look.
You are sentenced
To
die.
Join us next time on
Murder!